I don't think my disabled former roommate should procreate. I hope the baby gets taken away. But I don't want to come across as ableist or a eugenicist. I am a late 20s woman who previously lived in a shared living, low-income apartment program for both disabled people and homeless people. Basically, it's independent living in an apartment owned by the state where they room you with random individuals who are also clients of this program. I was briefly in this program because I was homeless, have PTSD from being abused, and have no family or supports. I have since moved on from all of that and live in my own independent apartment. Unfortunately, you have no say in who your housemates are. I had a roommate that was severely mentally ill and high needs. To summarize what she did, we'll call her Beatrice for privacy reasons, not her actual name. Beatrice frequently left rotting food and groceries on the countertops, to the point where we had maggots, mold, and other pests. Invited multiple violent boyfriends over, one who graphically threatened to stab me, saying he wanted to twist the knife in my organs, and then faked a seizure to get me within neck stabbing range. He was hospitalized for psychological issues following that. Invited another boy over who had severe mental issues of his own, and proceeded to have loud sex in the bathtub with a guinea pig present. Yes. Guinea pig in the tub with them while they did it. They emerged in towels soaking wet with a wet guinea pig in hand. Frequently neglected the guinea pigs and refused to clean up their feces and urine. Whole apartment stunk of it, and the poop-soiled newspapers were spreading throughout the apartment. She would put said newspapers on our kitchen countertops where she then prepared food. Tried to break into my locked room multiple times and would peer through my windows to see what I was up to. Refused to clean in general or buy household supplies like paper towels or dish soap. Apparently left a deceased mummified guinea pig in her room for weeks. What got her kicked out within 2 months wasn't the boyfriend that threatened to stab me, but the fact that she left the oven on all night to keep the apartment warm. We are lucky it was an electric stove, because had it been a gas one, we would be dead. I awoke to the smell of burning plastic, saw the oven on, turned it off and yelled at her, to which her response was a very dull and slow "Oh. Really? Ah." Again, she is severely intellectually and mentally disabled and has high care needs. Absolutely no sense of urgency or understanding of how badly that could have gone. She is not all there. She is now living in a higher security assisted living facility, and her surviving guinea pig was taken from her. Rightfully so. There's a lot more I am missing, but I attended a little craft group that present and former clients of this agency are allowed to attend, making bead necklaces. I thought it would be something fun and low stress to pass my time today. I make occasional appearances to these groups despite living my own life. Was going well until I heard the boyfriend, the one she fucked in the bathtub with the guinea pig, who I guess is another client who is severely autistic and has other issues, boast about how he is going to be a father. He talked more about it, and the mother is my former disabled roommate, Beatrice. Clarifying, Beatrice was not attending this group. She wasn't there. Kindoff thankful she wasn't, because she doesn't exactly like me for getting frustrated with her antics when we were housemates. What makes this an issue is in the same sentence he talked about how he refuses to brush his teeth or learn how to use public transit, and spent $100 on baggy jeans, and how he made her have his baby to make her not depressed anymore and to keep her trapped in insert town name here. He willingly and proudly admitted to wanting to keep this severely disabled woman trapped here. I personally think that is immensely cruel and manipulative, but he didn't see it that way. He is proud of it. While he was making a bracelet for their baby daughter, he mentioned it was a girl. I guess I made a comment that, hey, that looks cool. But maybe don't let the baby play with that without supervision. It's a choking hazard and the wire can cut circulation on them. Just be careful. To which he replied, much like Beatrice, slow and without understanding, "Oh. I really don't think either of them should be parents, nor do they understand the severity of raising and creating a child. I think when it comes to varying levels of consent in disabled people, especially those who live in high care facilities, the staff should intervene and enforce safe sex practice, or mediate between the two and teach them about the dangers of childbirth and STDs. I hope the baby gets taken away. Neither of them are fit to be parents." I know that sounds incredibly cruel, but she allowed a guinea pig to mummify in her room, and failed to take basic care of herself, as well as the father, who cannot do anything himself either. I hope the girl gets serious help and counseling for being baby trapped. My heart breaks for her. I know the social worker agency will do the right thing and confiscate the child, which, I don't even know if it's been born yet, but the mother is far enough along to know it's a girl. The guy mentioned they had an ultrasound done, but I can only assume it's not been born yet. I have yet to find out, and I honestly don't want to know. I really hate that. I believe it should be harder for just anyone to be a parent, not just disabled people, but able-bodied people should be given a test to see if they are mentally sound enough to experience the horror of childbirth. I say this as a woman raised in dysfunction myself. My parents should not have been parents. A lot of people shouldn't be parents. Hell, I shouldn't even be a parent. Special needs adults should be allowed to date who they want and explore themselves that way, but with caution and guidance. And be taught to the best of their ability the ethics of consent and caution against ERP and STDs. Sorry if I repeated myself a lot. I just had to get this off my chest. Edit: I should correct or clarify in this post that her and the father's disability is possibly very moderate, not severe. I think I chose the incorrect words. Even though they still are very high needs individuals. Anyways. Yeah. This whole thing just shocked me to say the least. I felt terror and shock at being reminded that just about anyone can create life. Lucius Verus says, people who are incapable of caring for a child shouldn't have kids regardless whether they have a condition or not. Leah_Pagelowry says, with both of the parents being in such a program, I have no doubts that the baby will be taken. At the very least, social services will be heavily involved. I would attempt to push them from your thoughts. F1LTH4F1LTH says, they sound like some of my neighbors who combined have 6 kids. All of the kids have some sort of developmental disability and all of them also have rotting teeth. Rotting baby teeth. It's so freaking awful. They never taught their kids how to wipe their butt after using the toilet or how to groom themselves. It's so hard to not be disgusted by the lack of care the parents provide and how they're allowed to do that to their kids. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.